Everybody, my name is Wendy Gregory. I own Wendy Gregory Photography in Eugene, Oregon, and I am going to show you how to get rid of a purple foot. This is a problem that I know a lot of us in newborn photography have, and Melissa Andrews Photography has been kind enough to allow me to use her picture. I have plenty of my own pictures that I could use, but I thought I'd show you on somebody else's picture so you can see that it can be done. And I'm not doing any other magic behind the scenes on my own picture. Melissa posted in a Facebook group asking about a good way to help decrease the look of the infamous purple appendage. And so I'm going to show you how I do it. 99% of the time, it's quick and easy. I start by choosing the lasso tool. I have the feathering set anywhere between 10 to 20, depending on how big or small the foot is. It was already set at 15, so I'm just going to leave it there. Come in and it can be a rough selection, but I'm trying to follow the foot pretty closely. And then there you have it. Your marching ants will show up and you've got your foot selected. So then I go over here to my adjustment layers and I choose a curves layer. Sometimes a lot of people think that it's the reds that need to be decreased in a purple or blue foot. It's actually the blues, and then sometimes there are some reds too, but for the most part it's the blues. And to decrease that color, you add yellow. So up here in the curves layer, you have your RGB, which is all the colors together. And if I raise that up, you'll see I can make the foot really bright or really dark. And so I don't want to do that yet. So I'm going to go in here and you can click and you can go to each color channel separately. So we're going to go to the blue channel and you just grab the center of this line and pull down. And you can see I can pull all the way down and make it really yellow, go all the way up and make it really blue or purple. And I just want to bring this down until I start to see that skin tone matching up a little bit better. Let's zoom in. Like so, and you can see it already looks 100 times better. So usually I'll go a little too far and then I'll just kind of work my way back up until I see it starting to match the skin tones around it. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit more. And then usually when you have these blue appendages, they're also a little bit dark. So I can turn this off. You can see it's a little bit darker than the surrounding areas. So then I'm going to go into the RGB channel and just pull this up to lighten it. And you can, I mean, obviously you can go too far. If it was too bright, you could darken it. It's not what we want. So I overdo it a little bit, and then I just bring it down to where I think it matches pretty well. And you want to take into consideration your lighting too. So it's going to be a little bit darker in this area because this little baby's foot is bent a tad bit. The light's coming from this direction. It's hitting mostly on this part, and then this part of the foot kind of tilts back away. So you don't necessarily want it all to be the same brightness. Shadows create interest in a photo, so we don't always want to get rid of the shadows. Now, if you look closely, there's a little bit of overspill of that yellow onto the other skin tones. If you know how to use layer masks, this is really easy. Just click on the layer mask, grab your brush. Black conceals, so we want to conceal that extra yellow. Grab your black, it's already on that. Come over here, adjust the size of your brush, and then just paint around where maybe it spilled over a little bit. I want to make my brush soft to blend in. And so I'm just going around those edges. That's one reason why it doesn't matter if your first selection wasn't perfect. You can go in and mask that away. So there you go. Quick and easy. Curves layer, bring down the blues. Like I said, I know that there are a bunch of different ways to do this. This is just the way I like to do it. It's quick and easy, and you can see, voila, it's gone. And if you need to make any other adjustments, you can just click on the adjustment layer again. You can go back into the blues. If you think it's too yellow or too blue, you can adjust that accordingly. And if you think maybe you need it to be a little bit brighter, you just go in and adjust that. And there you are. All right, thank you, Melissa Andrews Photography, for letting me use your photo for this tutorial, and I hope that this helps anybody who needs help with getting rid of blue feet and hands. Have a great